Top 5 skirts in God of War. Hello and welcome to Extreme Gameplays, where I play games stylishly. Today I'm gonna be ranking 5 of my favorite KRATOS skirts in the franchise of God of War. This will be purely based on how good the skirts look, how the physics work, and how it looks while running. Now I should make one thing clear right out the gate, and is that I'm not gonna be counting 2018 in God of War Raggy. Those have like billions of skirts that I'm not willing to touch on for now. With that being said, let's kick off the top 5 with the number 5 spot, and it being God of War Chains of Olympus. This is mainly here because it's slightly better than God of War 1's skirt. That one is kind of purple sometimes, I don't know why. And because the others on the list are much better, and it's kind of way too simplistic. Like, there's no design from behind, there's not a lot going on with the physics and stuff, and it kind of clips through his legs sometimes, which it's a sin in this video, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh hell no, man! What the fuck, man?
But yeah, honestly, it's a solid skirt, does its job right, but it doesn't do anything crazy, so it just takes the number 5 spot. Although you guys know I can't leave my boy God of War 1 out of the picture. I know the skirt is so simple and stuff, but we all need to remember that this started it all. This skirt started what we have in God of War 2, in God of War 3, and all the God of Wars basically other than God of War Ascension. We will get to this later on in the top 5, so yeah. I'm just gonna say a couple of things about it. I hate that I don't know, it turns purple. I don't know if it's just a PS3 port issue or what, but I really hate that one small thing. Otherwise, I'm cool with the simplicity. It's just not as good as the Chains of Olympus one. I don't know. It's just how I see it. So, yeah. Leave your thoughts actually in the comments. Tell me what you think about the God of War 1 skirt. Next up at number 4, we have God of War Ghost of Sparta. Now this one is a very nice one because it has the little details and belts from the back of the skirt right out of God of War 2's skirt, which we'll get to. This one does the job right. It looks beautiful, the physics work beautifully, and the color is just so nice. And the golden Greek carvings on it just looks so beautiful. Even while running, it's good. Not a half-assed piece of cloth around his thong. A very well designed skirt. The little belts from the back are very good, and I'm gonna get to it in the number 1 spot, so just wait until we get there. This one takes the number 4 spot. Coming up next at number 3, we have God of War 2. This one has a very beautiful render of the skirt. I especially like it when running. While running, the skirt covers up his right side, and it looks so good, honestly, when running with this one. This entry introduced the belts from behind that I was talking about on the Ghost of Sparta skirt. It just looks so nice, and I love it. I just love how these little details from the back, I don't know, I just call them belts, but I don't know what they are, but they just look so beautiful from the back. It's not just a piece of cloth, as I said in the Ghost of Sparta one. It's very, very beautiful and clean. I like it. It just looks so nice and I love it. Love how he was wearing it beneath his god armor at the start. He never lets his Spartan coat go. This one also reflects light beautifully and blends so well with the setting. It is just phenomenal. This one would have been higher, but the other 2 entries after this are just simply better because the graphics are better thanks to the PS3, the physics are better thanks to the PS3, and overall design sharpness to them is just everything is better. The reflection, everything is better thanks to the PS3. They're very good. But anyways, for this one, a solid skirt. It takes the number 3 spot. And on to the number 2 spot we go, where we have God of War Ascension skirt. This took me long to decide, but I really like this one. Back and front, this one is beautiful. Very different from the other skirts for some reason. Like, it's a whole different design for the skirt. It's not even the same skirt that he had from God of War 1. Like, all the other entries have this one skirt that you're seeing on the screen right now. This one took a different turn with it, and it's beautiful. Even though it is a different design for the skirt, I still like it very much. Like, for example, let's point out some of the differences. The other skirts did not have the Greek symbols from the back. This one is the only one that has them, and they fit nicely. They're beautiful, but it's just not the original skirt is what I think. Now also, thanks to the beautiful graphics of this game, the skirt pops on every end. I mean, just look at these belts moving from one side to another. It's the little things, I swear. This also looks really beautiful when running, although not to the sides. No one matches God of War 2 when running to the right side, at least. What this one favors is the back and the front. Kratos is completely covered from the back and front. That's what it really favors in here, and it does so beautifully, mind you. Like, the skirt looks very consistent and beautiful while running. The details are also really, really nice. I especially love the light reflection of this one. Again, thanks to the graphics. The reflections are nice in this one. The gold part of the skirt shines as always, but in here it just pops so beautifully. I really like it. And honestly, I just want to return to this, man. Like, these physics are just really, really nice. It moves so fluidly and realistically that I love it so much. And now, of course, it would have taken the number 1 spot, but the number 1 spot is just so iconic. What else could it be? of course God of War 3 at the number 1 spot. This is my number 1 for 2 reasons. I mean, it's a lot of reasons, but mostly 2 reasons make me choose this over God of War Ascension Skirt Crusader. Now, the first is what it represents. Take a short look at this one and compare it to literally any other skirt in the series. You'll come to notice how ripped and shredded this one is.
It's almost an underwear.
Like, for real, it's so ripped and shredded that it represents the shit this man's been through this entire franchise. It only covers the back by a little, and from the front, only the part with the golden Greek stuff remained to be seen. The rest? Blown away by Athena's fart at the end of the last game. The second reason is purely the physics of this one being my favorite. The fact that it's this shredded just makes Kratos more animalistic, just how I like him. It goes so well with his design of being naked all the time. Now, with the 2 main reasons out of the way, let's get to the crops of this skirt. My god, it does not get better than this. Ascension's skirt is beautiful, but this one is better in my opinion because it's just the original skirt, man. Just ripped to pieces after all the action. It's the same design for the skirt, nothing like the one in Ascension. That one is different. The beautiful belts from behind are looking like the best thing in the world in 4K on PS5. They look so good. And the front, don't even get me started. It just looks so beautiful with the movement and stuff. Like, I can't touch on this. I don't know how to touch on this shit. The physics are basically on a whole new level thanks to the PS3. This is a very fine evolution for his skirt, and I love it very much. I love how it's the same skirt you see throughout all the games except for Ascension, except in here it's ripped to shreds. It's just, I don't know if ripped to shreds is actually a phrase. It is just so good. Now, initially, I didn't like how it looked while running, especially to the sides where he's not even covered. But while thinking about the Star 5 that you were all screaming for, I looked at it in a different sight. It's so ripped and shredded in a very beautiful way. Just represents the dark tone of this game and how hurt Kratos is, basically. Like, I just love how this is the one thing that remains with Kratos no matter what. This and his sandals, of course. What are those? Like, don't even get me started with the reflections of light on the golden Greek carvings on it. It looks magnificent. Just look at this. The brown in the skirt is also popping. The gold is popping. The belts from behind are everything in the world, and it's just so good. It takes the number 1 spot for more than just physics, looks, and reflections. This one's special. Now, with that, we reach the end of today's top 5. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoy
The skirts of Athena.
With that said, leave your favorite skirt from this franchise. Don't leave a weird fucking name like Ivaldi's Ironsmith, Will Smith, Craftian, Horror, Lovecraftian, Sindri's Belt Plus from the new games. Those have a lot of skirts that you can't see thanks to the shitty camera. So yeah, it has been your Extreme Gamer Zesty. Peace!